Hi, Cancer. Welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I, of course, want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. But as we proceed, do keep in mind it is general and it's meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you're guided or drawn to this reading. And do remember to hit that like button and comment down below and subscribe if you haven't done so already. To begin for you, Cancer, from the Secret Language of Light Oracle. For Cancer, I'm hearing a pleasant energy. Okay, I feel like people are admiring your energy. You're thinking about connecting with other souls, how they feel connected to you. A huge focus on your soul. We have the Soul Maiden card and Soul Song. I'm not going to take them, but I feel like being drawn to this reading, at least for the most part, and sometimes other outside factors, even your own thoughts and emotions, your habits playing into you not having this angelic energy, but I feel like the majority of the time you do have very angelic energy, being very connected to your higher self in the next 48 in the spiritual realm. I feel like there's a focus on how pure your intentions are, however that works for you. Now, I am getting there might be a focus on past disappointment, heartbreak, a very interesting detail in this heart here. If you can see clearly, there's a sword, okay, a very Three of Swords vibe, in Spirit saying you might still have to heal from it, okay, even if it rewinds back quite far for you. But it feels like there's a lot of pushes in the next 48 to listen to your voice within, trust your intuition, notice the synchronicities, because I feel like for you individually being drawn to this reading, there's going to be a ton. At times, it reminds me of yesterday when I was going for a walk around the water outside of my apartment, just to get away from the energy here. And there were so many synchronicities, messages left and right through animals and stuff of that nature. And so I feel as if you need to be noticing when it's not just coincidental or repetitive, right? Or just random. It's spirit communicating with you. But meditation and divine feminine, male or female, I feel like you're going to be in touch with your feminine side. You could be thinking about that divine feminine or even divine masculine that you wish to connect with moving forward. But you're needing to feel grounded at this time. Again, certain factors within you, outside of you, might take away from that grounded way of being. But I do feel like Spirit's saying, have you been meditating, right? I feel like a lot drawn to the reading wouldn't even consider it and won't after this reading, but some of which have stopped meditating and you used to. So you need to bring that back into your day-to-day routines. But I also feel like if you have been maintaining that to a positive extent, keep it up, okay? Don't forget to attend, okay? But we also have the Soul Family card. They're saying you're glowing, all right? There's a focus on your well-being, taking care of yourself as far as working out, hydrating enough, not overdoing with consumption otherwise in an unhealthy manner, taking care of your complexion, I want to say, all right? In your physical figure. They're saying your temple, if you will, okay? But I feel as if there's a focus on you either desiring a new soul family. I feel as if there's a focus on the fact that your guides are an extension of you, okay? A positive set of helping hands. And I do feel as if you could find that even one of your guides isn't always the most positive, or it doesn't feel like they're always helping you. You could feel like they're working against you, messing with you. But Spirit's saying you don't understand how many spirits do randomly join you and have been with you, even if they're not the ones speaking up or very obvious, right, to your eyes, or just what you hear and sense, that have been helping you. Okay, so divine guidance definitely taking a highlight, but inward revolution, and as well as alignment. I feel like due to you changing within, right, the way you cope, the way you deal with things, how your soul is managing is what I'm getting. Okay, I feel like you're evolving in a very powerful way. Your spirituality could be changing, strengthening for some. Your intuition, I feel like, is at a very heightened time for you. Interesting wording, but it feels like you're in alignment for certain levels of success that other people wouldn't be able to achieve or aren't meant to. But what is in alignment with you, right? What is feeling aligned with you, and what isn't? Who isn't? Okay. It feels like people are noticing that you're changing. And I feel like there's going to be a dramatic change in lighting as that has just happened here at certain points. There's going to be a dramatic difference in your mood at certain points. It could be due to spirit, it could be due to the energy in a situation, or you're just sorting through some healing, some emotions, things you never actually dealt with or fully or at all healed. It could be more so you just again changing, all right? But I feel like it's all part of a very important evolution kind of process within you. Beautiful beginning, and a bit wordy, but let's pull from the watercolor tarot and see what else we get. I do feel like there's a focus on the fact that you're meant to be a star, however that looks for you. 525, look up the angel number meaning, 525. But I do feel as if there's significant hermit mode time in the next 48, alone time. Obviously, the amount of which, for some, it's the full 48, is going to vary from case to case, but you're going to feel that even when you are hanging out within your own energy, right, coming back to yourself or even sorting through things from the past, currently, moving forward, brainstorming, gaining clarity, you're not going to really feel alone because of your spirit guides, because of random spirits joining you, because of people's energy that you are feeling and connecting to and picking up on from a distance. I feel like some of which onto the reading are more more energetically connected to certain people at a distance that you once were physically connected to than you realize. Okay, and this can at times affect you on top of everything else. But I feel like there's a focus on your wishes, your dreams, your goals. So how do we see this come to be, manifest whatever it is for you all the meanwhile, but not to overwhelm yourself in regards to any moments where you're thinking about lack or just what you don't have. It feels like there's divine delays in place, okay, for, I want to say more than one reason, but your voice is taking a highlight, okay? I also feel like there's going to be one, if not multiple points in the next 48 where you're pushed to listen to one, if not multiple songs of importance. It could be a playlist, an album, you name it, or just one specific song, and it's going to speak to your soul. It could even remind you of a past chapter, but I feel like there's a need to only listen to kind of light energy music, nothing too heavy, abrupt, okay, no angry or ultra sad music either. Needing to recognize or remember that this does either help assist you for the positive in a positive way or in a negative way, okay? Can adjust your mood all the meanwhile, but flopping out the world. It wasn't reverse. I feel like that in certain ways it may feel like things are not changing, or at least not yet, even if you expect certain changes or one in particular. But I feel like all the meanwhile, there's a huge focus on the fact that things are not going to be the same after a certain point moving forward. And I feel like Spirit's saying this is a time where, if you're watching this close to when I post it, Taurus season, is going to feel very complex for you, but very grounded. It's going to be good for your energy. I feel like personally better than Aries season was, but obviously every soul is different, okay? Dealing with, coping with, being affected by certain levels of energy. But I also feel like Mercury retrograde is going to push you to look within, okay? Regardless of when you're watching this, and it's going to push you to slow it down at times, to be realistic in regards to how quickly you get things done, when you get it done, how much are you realistically going to be able to actually achieve at this time, and moving forward, okay? Trusting in your individual path and the timeline that is wrapped up, intertwined within it, okay? Yeah, it feels like you're very much so blossoming at this time in a very positive, almost simplistic but complex manner. Does that make sense? At times I feel like people don't get you, but it's like I'm still figuring things out. I'm growing, I'm changing. So with certain question marks rolling around in my head, and as I'm evolving as a soul, as a human, how would you expect to fully understand me? Okay. And I feel like you do like exuding and having people pick up on the bit of mystery about you. Okay. It's like, do I want to be fully understood? Maybe. Yeah, maybe at a certain point. Okay. Maybe by specific selected individuals or groups, but not by everybody. Okay. Very interesting. It leaves you wanting more is what I'm hearing. The Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords. There's moments of rest, of replenishment in the next 48, but then busy work at other points. But I feel as if, given all of the speaking about your spirit guides and other spirits in general, and not feeling completely alone, which I feel like you need at certain points, I'm hearing we're in it together. It just feels like there's true reminders of the protection that you have, but I feel like there's a protective vibe and energy about you when it comes to what you've been working on, what you wish to see come to be, to prosper for yourself. and potentially your loved ones. It feels like you have this grand vision for your life, and Spirit's saying, well, watch it come to be piece by piece, okay? There's so much on the horizon that's going to leave people with jaws dropping, okay? It's like you're meant for more than meets the eye or than people ever could expect. And it feels like you might be thinking about past, I want to say, bullying and, again, people mistreating you, expecting less from you than you expect from yourself. However it comes to be, it feels like people are going to be very much in awe and just a bit shocked, I want to say, once again, because you're going to be going the distance and achieving more than them. Wow. I'm hearing jealousy, but I do feel like this is tying into that mysterious vibe. People who you shouldn't be trusting are taking a highlight. People who represented the Seven of Swords energy negatively from your past are taking a highlight. It feels like as you go through this world evolving revolution within and outside of you, things are changing as well. It's pushing you to reflect upon the negatives, the positives, and the in-between from your past, your path up until this point. Let's wrap this up with a Moonology card for Cancer. Show the world the real you. Interesting. I feel like Spirit's saying, crack out of your shell a little bit, right? It's just because you don't have it all figured out and you're changing at this time and moving forward doesn't mean that you shouldn't be, they're saying exposing yourself or putting yourself out there in the spotlight more. Showing people your even confusion or your sort of status of figuring it out. I feel like this in and of itself is going to be inspirational for people. And I also feel like your helpful, caring nature is taking a highlight. It's absolutely a time to heal. Things are going to be gaining momentum moving forward, okay? After certain changes, developments, and delays are diminished, okay? Things are going to work out for you more than you realize, okay? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time.